Hey guys, this is Oracle Daphne. My name is Beth, and I'm back again to do another reading, channeling messages from my dad, Karl Olson, who passed away in 2020. This is part 2 of this reading. This is for 2025, kind of looking at the energies, messages from my dad, advice for 2025. I had left off talking about some really strong stability energy, financial energy. My dad was in business for a long time, and I had mentioned that. And I had also mentioned I'm seeing some things that kind of give me an indicator that there's going to be some things that, like, it's almost like anything you start in 2025 may last a really long time. So let's just say you were to get into a relationship in 2025, you're going to be in that relationship for the rest of your life, most likely. Or to get married in 2025 or to get engaged in 2025. There's long-term implications here. Now, I'm not saying everybody that meets somebody in 2025, the relationship's going to last forever, but I definitely feel that there's some long-term longevity elements to the energy that I'm picking up and the messages from my dad. And, you know, everything my dad did had long-term lasting, like, well, he just was like a long-term person. Like, he was in a long-term relationship forever. He had a business forever. He didn't really adapt to change very much, adapt or change very much, I should say. Like, he was very set in some ways. He liked to try new things, but he didn't really push himself to do so. So, like, in 2025, the challenge is going to be to try new things. And to get out there and to start dating again and to start doing things that you have never done before. But there's also that energy of kind of like this energy of longevity and sticking things out and hanging in there like snot, like my dad would always say, and doing things that are right from a place of righteousness, doing things from a place of knowing what's right and what's wrong, doing things from a place of knowing what's best at the end of the day, being committed to something. My dad was like committed to everything. Everything he did, all of his friendships, he just like, everything he did was long term. It was never short term. He never did anything half-assed. When he fixed something, he really fixed it. When he got into a commitment, he was committed, like 100%. Everything was really strong. So, like, there's some strong energies here. Long-term relationships will have some lasting impact in your life. If you were to get into a long-term relationship in 2025, you know, it could go forever. It could last a really long time. I also feel, and this is going to sound interesting, I wasn't expecting this to come through, but for some of you, this is what's needed in your life. Like a level of commitment to other people, a level of commitment to your relationships, a level of commitment to a marriage or to a partner or to a person, a level of like dedication and loyalty. For some of you, like the issues of loyalty are going to come up here in 2025. Issues of who's loyal to who. Like, if you're in a relationship, you're going to be examining your loyalty. For some of you, you're examining loyalty within different types of relationships. So it's not just maybe like friendships. Maybe you've been loyal to friends and they've talked some crap. Maybe you've been in a marriage or a partnership and they've been cheating. Or maybe they've gone outside the relationship in some way. Or maybe they've tested your loyalty or, you know, in some regard. Like, it's just one of those energies that's coming up here, because it's going to be something that's either a blessing because you're going to be getting into something where somebody is loyal to you and they're going to be loyal to you forever, or it's going to be a challenge in the sense that you might be dealing with people in the world or in life that aren't committed to anything, that don't show up for you, that don't show up in life, that don't show up when they say they're going to show up, that flake out. My dad hated flakes. He hated like anything that wasn't solid or anything that was done kind of half-assed. He just couldn't take it. Like, he just He hated that the person that shouldn't be in a position was in the position. He hated that people were in power when they shouldn't be in power. It's interesting we're saying this. I'm not going to say anything political, but I just, it's coming up in 2025, that energy of looking at things from this perspective of this lens where you're looking at people in your life going, okay, is this person going to show up for me? Are they going to be loyal to me? Are they going to follow through? Are they going to do what they say they're going to do? Are they going to fill up your cup? Okay, let's just talk about that for a second, because it's, it's important. It's shown up in my life personally, where you have a relationship is not a relationship unless it goes both ways, where they are filling up your cup and you're filling up their cup, meaning they're making an effort to make you happy. My dad made an effort in everything he did. Like, it was like a crazy amount of effort that he did for so many people. And it was just something that I never thought that I would actually have to look at. But in 2024, I had to really look at who was showing up for me, filling up my cup, being the person that was kind or considerate or thoughtful. In 2025, you might actually have one of those moments where you realize you've been loyal to somebody when they weren't loyal to you. When, you've had maybe relationships when they weren't filling up your cup and you kept putting in effort. Maybe you're looking at through things from the perspective of, oh, okay, well, if they're not going to fill up my cup, then I'm not going to fill up theirs. If they're not going to be loyal to me, I'm not going to be loyal to them. I feel like there's going to be an energy of really looking at people from this realistic perspective, and really almost not like testing people, but like having higher standards. Like, that's what I want to say. Some of you are going to have really high standards for your relationships. Your relationships in 2025 could absolutely go a very long distance, and you might end up having children. We have the mama bear charm here. So some of you are going to become a mother this year. Or get pregnant this year. We have your heart's desire, which is interesting because it can flip. And this is getting what you want. So some of you are going to be able to get what you want. And the energy, the advice from my dad is be persistent. Don't let anybody take advantage. Be really like righteous and be like, no, you said you were going to do this. You need to do this. No, you didn't treat me right, and you got to make it. You got to make it up to me. No, you didn't pay me, and you're going to pay me, or whatever it is. Like, my dad would fight for stuff, and he was a fire sign. So some of you might, and I'm not saying you're going to be fighting, because I definitely feel there's an energy when the North Node goes into Pisces of not having to fight so hard or so much for so little. But I definitely feel like the energy here is of needing to examine, okay, are people treating you right? And are you going to stick up for yourself and stand up for yourself? Or are you just going to take it? Are you going to take the high road? It's like sort of like making a conscious decision of taking the high road versus calling somebody out on their shit. I definitely feel like some of you are going to be, paying attention to, people's character this year. I do feel like, okay, we have the little red dress here. Someone's going to get asked out on a date or have a really hot date. You might go to like a game. Some of you might go to some kind of sporting event. I'm seeing like a football game, soccer game, any kind of game. I feel like in the spring, there's something that's going to come up about romance and love. We have the dragonfly here, which is starting fresh, starting over. For some of you, the new leaf is like looking at things from a fresh perspective. I definitely feel like the energy of flowers is here. My dad, would buy flowers for, people. And so I definitely feel like the energy of thoughtfulness, kindness, flowers, romance, that's all coming through here. I need to stop this reading. I really hope everybody has a beautiful new year. I wish everybody the best. I send everyone big hugs and big kisses. And I will talk to you guys again soon. Take care. All the best.